There he is. Think you're gonna blow some tea?
I think it's like freeze on. The air is I think it's like freeze on. The air is I think it's like freeze on. The air is I think it's like freeze on.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to God Save Queen Pam here off-Broadway at the Players Theater!
The nation and indeed the world celebrates with us on this glorious day as we witness the wedding of our beloved monarch to a woman of his choice. This marriage restores hope that the house of Edevane will finally produce an heir and continue its illustrious reign over our kingdom.
Lady Fenella, will thou have this man for the rest of time with intent to sign an heir while you're still in your prime? I will. King Rupert the Second, wilt thou have this woman as thy wedded wife to have and to love for the rest of your life? As you both have pledged your truth, make an undying vow to each other now. You bring me joy I've not felt since God knows when. no one would share my name. You brought hope to the country, now things can stay the same. No more worry about what's left to do. You brought beginnings, and all of mine start with my love now, not
Thank you, Digby. Please sit.
Readily, ma'am. You must be absolutely zonked. Not many people have had to plan a royal wedding and a royal funeral in the same month.
It is a strange honor.
I've already taken the liberty of updating your Wikipedia page. I must admit, well, my heart breaks for the loss of our dear king.
I know. We were seconds away from Queen Fenella.
There's a silver lining to this dark cloud if we never have to see that horrid woman again.
Hear, hear.
I never thought I'd see the end of the House of Edevane. I do hope they find someone proper. I suppose Parliament will begin their emergency sessions tomorrow.
That's exactly why I called you here. I haven't been completely transparent with you.
No, ma'am.
You know how very much I opposed the king's marriage.
It was hardly an ideal match.
Well, in the event that he came to his senses, it still would have left him without an heir. Ever the optimist, I did a bit of digging.
Ma'am, what are you saying?
The long and the short of it is, I found an heir to the House of Edevane.
You shock me!
I would have served my shock if I were you.
However did you find him? Huh?
Her. I happened upon the name in the king's diaries.
His diaries, Colonel.
I know, it was a terrible breach of trust, but I believed it to be necessary.
Oh, agreed. Continue. I want tenterhooks.
The king kept a tally of his, shall we say, conquests. As a young prince, there were several potential heirs.
Goodness.
None of them still living.
Oh, damn.
But there is a granddaughter.
Hurrah!
An American?
Did you say amphibian?
American.
Oh, dear. Where does it say that?
Here.
Last night, a saucy minx called Tina sold me cigarettes in the Rainbow Room. Lord.
I called the Rainbow Room and was able to narrow it down to a Tina Hubert. Tina had a daughter called Rhiannon, married named Duffy. She died 20 years ago, but she had a child, a daughter.
An American daughter.
She has Edevane blood, Digby. If we are correct, the House of Edevane can continue its rule uninterrupted.
Yes, you're right, ma'am. Of course, I simply must adjust my thinking. All right, my thinking has been adjusted. Well, this is wonderful news indeed. Your pension for second plans has saved us again. We must tell the Prime Minister at once.
At once. Have Tobin call the car around.
Yes, ma'am. Oh, I almost forgot. What's the name of our glorious sovereign?
Pam Duffy! Here are the keys.
Thanks.
Whatever. I'm here. My life is about to begin. Finally here. At the Tiki Bar and Lounge in the Meadowlands Secaucus Red Roofing. They got lanes if you feel like a bowl. Plus the stage has a removable pole. No, there's no doubt about it. I'm living the dream. They don't work, but they got central air. It's Roy vibes with the Zig-free flair. No, there's no doubt about it. I'm living the dream. I get all the stuffed beer that I can drink, and I tell ya I can drink a lot. And they put my name above the dinner specials, like I'm the best burger they got. Oh, I turn up the music so people can dance. When I'm behind the bar, I don't have to wear pants. No, there's no doubt about it. I'm L-I-V-I-King. I'm living the dream. And not to mention all the free shit.
Is that her?
Yes, Digby, that is the Queen of
Crunchy and sweet. Carnation trees. This is where I truly belong, and nothing can ever go wrong. There's no doubt about I get ya?
Are you Pam Duffy?
That's me.
Miss Duffy, we're
Oh,
here.
wait. Okay, I'm really good at this. Okay, for the lady, I'm getting double gin and tonic. And for the gentleman, orange Fanta, 2 cherries.
Goodness, man, how did you know?
My mother always said it is literally my only talent.
As I was
Oh,
saying.
or you could try my new signature cocktail, the Pam Slam.
What's in that?
Vodka and Sunny Delight.
Ooh, sounds scrumptious.
Digby, you're not helping.
You guys aren't from around here, are you?
Oh, we are from the United Kingdom, ma'am.
No kidding. What brings you all the way out here? Cirque du Soleil.
We are here on urgent royal business.
Of the utmost importance.
Why else would you be in Secaucus?
Miss Duffy, I am Colonel Eleanor Ainsley, private secretary, rather former private secretary to the King of England, and this is Major Digby, his former equerry.
Boy, you guys have been having a kind of hard time over there lately, huh? I heard about your king on a BuzzFeed quiz. Which dead monarch are you? I got your guide.
Kismet, ma'am.
We are here to collect the last heir to the House of Edevane.
You know, I heard they're gonna have to pick a new house.
That heir is
You
you.
guys should do one of those American Idol things where people have to call in and vote.
Did you hear me?
Tourism would skyrocket.
Ma'am, it's you.
What's me?
You are the last heir to the House of Edevane.
Your Majesty.
Oh my god. Did I win the medieval times raffle?
The departed king, King Rupert II.
The BuzzFeed one.
He was known for his indiscretions and kept a record of his many
Many.
dalliances. He wrote of your grandmother, and we found that their connection resulted in an illegitimate daughter, your mother.
My mother's been dead for 20 years.
Yes, which is why we are here with you. You are the last living heir to the House of Edevane.
Uh-huh.
We must presently bring you to London to be coronated.
I'm gonna have to check the tips handbook for this.
I don't think she understands, ma'am.
I do have patience for some light disbelief, but we're running on a tight schedule.
Don't say you're drunk. Say I care about your safety. I care about your
Dear me, do you think we're intoxicated?
safety. Say the alphabet backwards.
Jolly good. Z, Y, X.
Z? Alright, you're cut off. Are you staying here?
No need, ma'am. We've brought your driver with us.
Oh yes, my driver, Alfred Honeycutt III.
No, I think he's called Rufus.
We have been attempting to contact you for days.
Then why don't I have any missed? Oh, it's been off. Okay, well that explains why the pizza guy was so mad. Let's turn it on and see how many missed calls I have. See, nothing. Well, some of those are dominoes.
Miss Duffy, you are the current Queen of England.
Huh?
Scotland, Wales,
Oh,
Northern
Wales
Ireland,
too?
and all the realms of the
All
Commonwealth.
the realms.
It is essential you allow us to bring you home so that we may begin your reign and restore faith to your people.
You're right.
Thank the Maker.
You are patrons of my establishment, and as such, it is my responsibility to make sure you get home safely. And they will not let you into Cirque du Soleil like this.
No, ma'am, you misunderstand.
Let's
You
just get
see-
her to the car, please.
The car is ready, Colonel Ainsley, but there seems to be a disturbance around the main entrance of the building.
Ma'am, may I introduce you to my assistant, Major Jamie Tobin?
Whoa! Hello!
An honor to meet you, Your Majesty.
Come here often? Nope, never seen you here. Please have a good pickup line.
Good Lord.
The Airbus is waiting at the Newark Airport.
And Dr. D.
Waiting right on board.
Dr. D will administer a blood test to ensure you are indeed a member of the House of Edevane.
All the blood tests you want as soon as we're all in a cab.
We really don't have time to waste, ma'am. We have to get you to...
You be quiet now. You get your stuff, and you, here is my phone number. Let's go.
No.
No. Ma'am, someone must have flagged. Is there a back exit?
Who are those people?
Yes, we have a car out.
Then let's get her out.
Why do they know my name?
Let's get her out of here.
Wait, I'm not going anywhere until I get an explanation.
We have given you an explanation. You are the Queen of England.
Come with us, Your Majesty.
Yes, okay.
What an adventure!
Of course, I wish our new queen the absolute best. I'm sure if she shares even an ounce of blood with my beloved King Rupert. Oh, it's just that I had so very many conversations with Rupert about the future of the crown should he and I be unable to sire an heir, and it was very important to him that the next in line be a strong British leader with an understanding of the weight of... Hello? Hello? Boston hung up on me.
Already, mummy!
I was half a sentence away from being queen. How dare she hang up on me?
They
don't think about clay pigeons at a time like this.
Are you still sad about Daddy Rupert?
Do you know what makes me sad, Augie? Is that I have to explain this to you 12 times a day. I don't care about Daddy Rupert.
Oh, I see, Mummy. Denial is the first stage of grief. And what's next?
Anger!
No! Hunger? Do you want me to get you a bath?
Does it even bother you what happened to us?
What? There was no blue left? They all blow up the same way.
What's happened to our lives? You were going to be king one day, Augie.
That's not so impressive, Mummy. Even the king couldn't get Hamilton tickets.
Don't you dare speak that way. An American twit has waltzed in and stolen everything from us.
But we still have what matters. The cars, and the manor, and the horses, and the yacht, and the slightly smaller yacht.
No, but it's about so much more than that, Augie. Every creature in the animal kingdom, from the largest whale to the smallest louse, knows where it belongs in the food chain. So you won't see a lion run out by a mouse. All of us under the sun, from every nation everywhere, must keep a delicate balance by knowing where to stand. Most people aren't like us, and that's fine. It only means that we must be the ones who chose the line. So anyone who's no one must be barred from joining the race. It gets so very awkward if one doesn't know their place. Most people think that money is enough, as though a purchase title brings your jingle up to snuff. No, those who think like that aren't fixed with diamonds and a lace. No, the only ways to help them know their place. People try to tell you everyone's special, everyone's equal, everyone's free. People try to sell you this sick fairy tale. They tell themselves to forget that they're not you and me. But people need their stories, and that's fine. As long as they can grasp that it's for you and I shine. That's why it can't be right to just accept this new disgrace. We must always help others know their place.
Well, you'll always have a place in my heart, Mummy, if that makes you feel better.
It most assuredly does not.
Well, people will like you better than that Pam woman anyway. She's completely panned.
What?
Yeah, she took like 1,000,000 selfies with people when she came into the airport, and I guess Eleanor threw a strop.
I admit I do enjoy seeing Eleanor so vexed.
My mate Tristan had just gotten back from getting his eyes widened in Ibiza, and he saw her try to high-five the Prime Minister.
Good Lord, she knows nothing.
Tristan is a legend.
Absolutely nothing. You know, Queen Pam is bound to have a few slips, especially if someone gives her a little push, and Eleanor would always be there to catch her. People who worked above us never stay there. They can be there, but not for long. People like that aren't built to early leaving. The pendulum swings back and puts us right where we belong. It's not her fault she fell into this road. No, but now she has to learn that it's a gracious time to go. This Yankee guy you so mustn't be a special case. We have a duty to put in peace.
I'm sure you're all right, ma'am. You did concern us when you hyperventilated both times.
Yeah, I felt a lot better once I kind of let go of any sense of reality.
It does do wonders, ma'am.
I imagine the Toblerone you had at Heathrow was fortifying.
What I didn't throw up was excellent.
Pleasant. Are you ready to enter the palace?
No.
Welcome home, ma'am.
Wow, this place is nice. Like Atlantic City nice.
So glad it meets your standards, ma'am.
Looks more like a Hilton than I thought it would. I got a chair just like that.
That is your chair, ma'am. I had the liberty of bringing your possessions with us, so I don't imagine you'll have...
My lava lamp! Oh, that can stay there. Kind of zhuzhes up the place, don't you think?
It does add a splash of colour, ma'am.
I believe this belongs to you, Your Majesty.
Rachel, you came! Oh, you know the way to a lady's heart, huh?
What in the world is that?
It's Rachel, my ferret.
Hello there, Rachel.
I don't believe we've ever housed a royal ferret.
Really? Oh, they're great. You know, in some cultures, they're known as spirit animals that can help find hidden secrets, so hope you're not hiding anything from Rachel.
The only thing I'm hiding is my delight in her presence.
It's fine. She just needs to do a perimeter of the place. How big's this castle?
828,820 square feet, ma'am.
Yeah, she'll be back in 6 days.
Well, before I take you to your rooms, ma'am.
Don't you think, Tobin should bring me to my rooms, considering he is taller?
Major Digby is your equerry. He will attend to your personal needs.
I will endeavor to be taller, ma'am, but would you care for anything to eat? It's been a long journey and you've only had 35 grams of Toblerone.
Oh, I can make myself a sandwich. Which way's the kitchen?
You will no longer make your own sandwiches, ma'am. You are the queen. You have staff to do that for you.
It's late. I don't want to bother anybody.
There are people waiting 24 hours of the day to be bothered by Her Majesty. It is their greatest purpose, to be bothered.
Can I have peanut butter and jelly?
As you wish, ma'am.
And can Rachel have one?
Yes, right away.
And are you who?
If I must troll the countryside, I shall bring one to you.
Another Toblerone.
My feet have wings, Majesty.
Wow, so people just make me sandwiches now.
As you say, ma'am.
Well, what if I want a pizza?
We'll order it right.
But I still need to watch Pizza Tracker.
Whatever you wish, ma'am.
Wow, so all I have to do is wave and make a couple speeches?
In its most basic sense, do you think you're up to the challenge?
I used to live in a beat-up studio where rats kept me up every night. Now you tell me I live in a palace. Alright, I can work with cats. Used to work at a dive bar. Think it was owned by a mafia don. Now you tell me I run the whole country. Right on. I can work with cats. It isn't where I expected my life to go. But I got nothing else going on right now. So who would I be to say no? Had no problem in Jersey, but let's see how good things can get. Can I work with being a queen?
That's excellent, ma'am. I'm so glad to hear it. Now, if you don't mind working in a palace, it's awfully expensive. Maybe don't throw things around.
I don't drive round in my Dodge Neon. It broke down all over town. Now I got a whole fleet of Bentleys. I'm down. I can work with that. Never had a nice boyfriend. Not somebody who really cared. And this guy seems really attentive. Here. I can work with that. Maybe in life I had fallen a 59. Because now I'm on top of the world. And I know totally mine. Used to be on no one. Now the dog is having a day. And I want with being a queen. Okay. Wait, how much does it pay?
Pardon, ma'am?
This queen thing, what's it salary-wise?
You are on the sovereign ground, ma'am. You also have several estates that provide you with considerable income, so everything you need will be taken care of.
All right, take it. I used to be a no one. Now that changed in seconds flat. Can I work with being the queen? Can I work with being the queen? Can I work with being the queen?
Would you like the croissant, then?
I can work with that.
Very nice, ma'am. Now, I suggest you get some rest. Tomorrow is a big day for the queen.
I can't wait.
Good morning, Your Majesty.
That racket.
Man does not enjoy the bagpipes?
Man hates the best.
That'll be all, Jeffrey!
Are you ready for your first official day of business?
Can I just snooze a little longer?
No, we have a full day ahead of us.
A delicious stack of Eggo waffles microwaved for 10 seconds before crisp to perfection in the toaster. Mrs. Buttersworth maple flavored syrup, also microwaved, and a cup of coffee painstakingly crafted by the only American in the kitchen.
My favorite! Thanks! Ah, you've got the funnies all syrupy.
Ma'am is the leader of 16 governments and 53 nations. You must keep abreast of the news in all of them.
Bangladesh, Cameroon cricket board, Miss Halala pageant underway in New Kuala. Am I supposed to know what any of this means?
Nuku Alofa. And yes, perhaps Ma'am would like to take a morning bath.
Well, I haven't even started this yet.
The day is short and we haven't even gotten to the red box yet.
Red box? What that?
The most important part of the Queen's Day. The royal red box contains documents that require your royal assent.
Alright, well, what do I do if I don't assent?
The Queen must always assent, ma'am.
Your job is to confirm that the proper channels have been used, not to agree or disagree with the outcome.
Well, what if Parliament's doing something really stupid, like, I don't know, what do you guys care about? You're banning tea or something.
Such a dark day will never come, ma'am, but if it did, I would expect you to do your duty.
Well, I'll tell you one thing I don't assent to, this outfit. We're gonna have to hit up a wet seal or something.
I'm sure Her Majesty will look quite fetching.
I look like if Laura Bush had a baby with the Michelin Man.
Okay. Now, if ma'am would care to sit at the Chippendale.
What?
The desk.
Oh, I was hoping that cute assistant was back. All right, red box, you say? Immigration Act, Pensions Act, Antisocial Behavior Act. I have to read all these, can't I just sign them?
Her Majesty does not wish to be informed of the undertakings of her government and peoples. After all, reading is the most basic skill.
Gibraltar Independence Referendum. A referendum is to be held on whether or not Gibraltar shall remain a member of the United Kingdom. What do you think, Eleanor?
It is not for me to say, but it is for you to sign.
So I can't have an opinion on them, but I have to read them.
Precisely.
But I have to read them.
Yes.
If it pleases your majesty, I am 8 years old and writing from Nottingham. I like your crown very much and have drawn a picture. What's this?
I took the liberty of peppering your documents with some fan mail, ma'am, as a treat for getting some work done.
Oh, anyway, we can have more of this and less of that. If it pleases your majesty, your presence in our glorious kingdom is a disgrace to all...
Oh, no, not that one. I'm so sorry, ma'am.
It's all right. Can't please everybody. Now, once we're done signing these things, can we hit up Pall Mall? I want to see if there's a Sephora.
It's not that kind of mall, ma'am. I'm afraid there's no time. You have many visitors. Your Majesty, Sybil Shelley.
Your Majesty. So you won the Commonwealth Writers' Prize for,
Children of the Sacred, maybe.
Right, that's cool.
It was truly an honor.
Oh, I bet. I've never won anything, except for 4th place in jumping on field day. So, kudos to you.
Do you enjoy reading?
Oh, you bet. I actually just finished Posh Spice's autobiography. Did you know her husband plays soccer? I did. I haven't read your book yet. I'm gonna, it's real big. But it took a long time to write. 7 years. Whoa! That takes that long to read. Not in a bad way, like in a really good way, where you see the same book everywhere and Reese Witherspoon won't shut up about it, and you say I gotta take a day off and read it, and then next thing you know, it's an HBO Go miniseries, and you never end up reading it.
As Oscar Wilde said, owning a book is the best excuse not to read it.
And then Oscar the Grouch said, nice work, turkey.
Moving along.
Steak and kidney pie with mashed potatoes.
Don't make me eat kidney.
Oh, it's a tremendous source of iron, Your Majesty.
We must make haste, ma'am. We are due at the Herbert Johnson Hatchery at 2.
What am I doing at a hattery?
To experience how your people work and live.
Would you care for a drink, ma'am? The royal family was often fond of Dubonnet and gin.
Wow, for lunch? All right, sure, why not?
The Hatchery has been functional since 1889. We will be meeting with milliner Gilbert Renard.
Your Majesty,
Oh, hello. We have to stop eating like this.
the car is ready for you.
But are you ready for me?
Stop it!
We've created hats for your military dress caps and berets for over a century now.
That's cool.
Kaiser Wilhelm was also a devoted customer.
Well, how's he doing these days?
They also make hats for theatre and film, Your Majesty.
Oh, anything I might have seen?
The most famous is, of course, the fedora worn by Indiana Jones.
What?
We've crafted all the fedoras used in Mr. Spielberg's film.
Have you met him? Have you met Harrison Ford? Is the hat here right now? Can I see it? Can I try it on? Can I smell it?
The original is, I believe, in the Smithsonian, ma'am. However, we have its likeness here, if you'd like to see it.
Yes!
Ow.
And no more Duvernay at lunch.
High tea with Earl Grey, cucumber sandwiches, scones, lemon curd, strawberry jam made with real Windsor strawberries, and cakes.
Are those Uncrustables?
Jam pennies, ma'am.
Alright, this is much more my speed. Now, are we meeting with Jimmy later?
Jimmy, ma'am?
Yeah, the antsy guy in the suit. Met us at the airport. Left me hanging.
Are you referring to Sir James Farringdale, the Prime Minister of England? Sir James will see you in your receiving room. I imagine he wants to speak with you about the Gibraltar referendum, so please do mind yourself.
Eleanor, have I ever let you down? I'm sorry I let you down.
You must remember yourself, ma'am.
I've never lost control of a fist bump like that.
Sir James is under enough stress as it is. He had a heart scare last month, you know.
I'll be more gentle with him in the future. Scout's honor.
Roast venison from your land at Sandringham, honeyed carrots, peas with bacon, and claret.
The Parliament reports for the day have been delivered, so when you are finished, you may peruse
I
them.
haven't even finished the stuff in the red box yet.
Then you'd better get a move on.
Doubt you talked to last king like
What
that.
was that, ma'am?
Nothing.
Ma'am, I brought you some light reading.
What's that?
Biographies of the greatest Englishman who ever lived, Winston Churchill.
Must have been a pretty popular guy to have so many books written about him.
Oh, there are so many more, Your Majesty. These are just the ones I happen to have in the boot of my car. I've also provided you with my Airfix Messerschmitt and Lancaster bomber, should you wish to do any, reenacting. There you are.
Thank you.
Oh, that one's English. Oh, I almost forgot to tell you, ma'am. I am pleased to announce that your blood test came back and you are indeed King Rupert's heir.
Score!
One last thing, Your Majesty. Your coronation is in a month.
Or what?
Coronation? It is the ceremony that will crown you as the sovereign.
I thought I already was the sovereign.
You are, but it is a public display to the people of the vows a queen must take, of the bonds she must uphold, and of her divine right to rule the empire.
Divine right. That's gonna look so good on my LinkedIn.
Please look up the coronation schedule before you retire.
Thank you. So?
So what, ma'am?
How'd I do?
May I be so bold as to give you some advice?
Shoot.
As an American, you may be accustomed to expressing each thought as it occurs to you. I would just like to suggest something you might want to do before you decide to speak to the press, or call into a radio show, or ask a tour group for tampons. Think of England, think of England, think of England when you're dressing for each day. When you look in the mirror, see a bit clearer, and then put all the leopard print away. Think of England, now your country, of traditions that have never ceased to be. And though it's good, I've no doubt, I'm obliged to point out that we frown on choosing Bud Light over tea. Majesty. Think of England and your subjects, of the people whose attentions you must grab. So stop with the mumbling, the twitching and fumbling, and never greet the PM with the dab. Your people, generations, who've protected us at every fatal prize. We must guard our repute, and what 2 times was cute, no one's going to call you royal spice. Being queen is so much more than riding So behave, please behave. Think of England, not just England. Think of Scotland, Northern Ireland, think of Wales. And then think of Canada, then think of Australia. Of the empire, what might happen if she fails? Be a leader to your people, for the wealthy and the poor, the great and small. And if you're still on the brink, once you've had a nice good think, then perhaps, Your Majesty, don't do anything at all. Another beautiful day, Your Majesty. I hope you slept well.
I feel like I slept it all. And those vampires!
Thank you, Jeffrey!
Alright, what's going on today? Man eats 20 pounds of flour. Nothing else is happening in Jamaica?
Today we are meeting with the recipients of the Royal Nursing Award, and after lunch we will be going to the National Gallery to view your portrait.
I still think you should have let Rachel be in it.
A ferret has no place in a royal portrait, ma'am.
Huh, tell that to Da Vinci. Alright, red box music. You. La 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 la. Here we go, fan mail. If it pleases your majesty, the light of God shines through you and illuminates England in its darkest hour. Hear that, Eleanor? The light of God.
Chop chop, time to meet the nurses.
What about my breakfast?
Time waits for no man.
It is such an honor to have won such a prestigious award.
Such an honor. Such an honor to meet the recipients of such a prestigious award.
Such an honor to be here with you at the palace.
Such an honor. The honor's all mine.
Such an honor.
Just as we are honored to be nurses.
So honored.
Such an honor.
Such an honor.
Hello.
Lunchtime.
So how'd my portrait come out?
You'll be the first to see it, ma'am. Now come, we must be there at 2 on the
Oh,
dot.
but my lunch.
Your Majesty, are you ready to go to the gallery?
Are you ready to go to my gallery?
No, no, no.
May I present to you your royal portrait?
Ah,
That is
Are you pleased?
a Jabba the Hutt for cover girl.
Moving along. Sir James is in your receiving room.
What, already?
It is almost 6:30.
Oh, where'd the day go? Can I please just have my snack?
I'm sorry, ma'am. There's no time.
At least he didn't cry this time.
In the future, do refrain from mimicking his accent.
He called me very regal.
Things may go better if you stick to listening.
Yeah, you'd like that, wouldn't you?
Beg your pardon, ma'am?
Nothing.
Here are the day's Parliament reports. Please finish them before the day is out. And your coronation is in 2 weeks. Don't forget to study.
Yes, I know, and the stuff in the red box. I got it.
Get a good rest, ma'am. Tomorrow is another big day for the Queen.
Oh, God, I can't do it.
That's enough, Jeffrey!
We're due to meet with recipients of the Royal Society of Chemistry Prizes at 9:30.
Red box, red box, red box, red box. Thank you. Immigration Act, Pensions Act, Tea Act. Do your majesty, I love you. Do your majesty, I hate you. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you.
lunch! The car,
Hi,
ma'am.
Jamie.
No.
This goes that, and then this does this.
What about that?
That one goes that, and you put this one on top.
Fascinating.
Tea!
Oh.
Sir James is in your receiving room.
I
Remember
know.
Stop crying, Jimmy!
Dinner!
The Parliament reports.
Oh, don't these guys get a day off?
They might, but you certainly don't.
A drink, ma'am.
Dear God, yes.
And tomorrow night we have the reception for the new judges, so do get some
Oh,
rest.
I'm so tired I can barely talk.
If only.
What was that?
Nothing, ma'am.
Can we get you anything before we retire, ma'am?
Nope, just gonna have a sleepover with this pile of papers.
Until tomorrow, Your Majesty. Shut up, Jeffrey!
There we are, ma'am. Nothing a little extra strong builder's tea can't cure.
Thank you, Digby. I was up all night last night with the coronation plans for tomorrow.
Things may seem a little pear-shaped now, ma'am, but she'll pull it together.
I only wish she was adapting a little faster. Did you know she called the PM last night and asked for the nuke codes? Not for any reason, just to have them. Sir James had to have an EKG.
Her Majesty will get there, Colonel. After all, Churchill says it's not strength or intelligence, but sheer force of will that builds true character.
Pam's got a bloody deadbolt on her and no one seems to have the key. Do you think she'll be ready for the coronation at all? Maybe we should push it back.
Few are ready for the demands of the crown, man, but duty always wins out in the end.
No, I hate all of these.
I know this has been a source of discomfort, but you really must choose your regnal name within the hour.
Why can't I be Pam?
You need something that commands awe and respect. Queen Pam sounds like a cleaning product.
But it's all a good one, man.
Look at these. Alvina II, Edith III, Hilda.
Named after a great British saint, a composer, and a patron of the arts.
Listen, I like music as much as the next guy, but you don't hear me ask you to be Queen Madonna. Can I be Queen Madonna?
No! My personal favorite is Gertrude II. She also inherited the crown after a tragedy.
Our entire line wiped out by syphilis. Nasty business.
I hate it.
It is fitting for a queen.
Why can't I be Queen Pam? I'm gonna do things no one else has ever done before.
No, you're going to do exactly what every monarch before you has done, and that is be a symbol to your people and uphold the codes of tradition.
Well, no, I was thinking about this whole Gibraltar referendum thing. As an American, independence is kind of in my wheelhouse.
You are no longer an American. You are the British sovereign. I urge you to put it from your mind.
Your Majesty, Lady Fenella de Dieul and Master Augustus de Dieul await your audience.
Vanilla did what?
Fenella de Dieul.
De do.
Did you?
De do.
Did you?
De do.
Did you?
Send her in.
Lady Vanilla, I think I saw her banjo cover Bodak Yellow on YouTube. Thank you.
Ma'am, she was the fiancée of the late king. I was hoping we had seen the last of her after the funeral, but she seems eager to pay her respects.
You don't sound like the president of the Doodah fan club.
Did you? As you've surmised, I have never been fond of her. Her views on the rule of the monarch were troubling, to say the least.
What, did she use the consommé spoon for the bisque course?
She was overly political and sought the crown for her own financial gain.
We don't trust her.
But she was merely the queen. I imagine she wants to impart some wisdom on you. I advise you to forget anything she says to you.
Lady Fenella de Dieul and Master Augustus de Dieul.
Your Majesty, it's an
I
honor.
thought you said she was hairless.
Lady Vanilla, I'm so sorry your boyfriend died.
Digby, let's have some tea.
Right away, ma'am.
Thank you so much for your kind words.
You guys must be pretty bummed out lately.
Bum!
Oggy and I are just happy to be putting all this sadness behind us. Of course, you share in our grief. It must have been difficult to learn of an entire new family and lose them in the same instant.
Sorry your fan is dead.
Please.
Thank you. So how have you found London?
Oh, it's great. Everyone's been treating me and Rachel real good.
Rachel, my favorite little rat things, aren't they?
Exactly. She's been kind of rude, actually. I don't know where she is. Digby, have you seen Rachel anywhere?
No, but I did find some droppings in the Queen Anne desk this morning.
Oggy, get off that thing.
Oh my god, Mum, Tristan got an unlicensed coffee colonic in Dorset and now he's got ringworm on his arse.
Oggy, what is it you do?
Well, right now I'm focusing on insect hospitals.
Insect hospitals.
Yeah, you see, people step on millions of insects a day, but did you ever take one to hospital?
That's quite enough. I'm sure the Queen has better things to think of than your charitable endeavour.
She does indeed. She has been practicing for the coronation all hours of the day.
Ah, yes, it wasn't so long ago we were planning my coronation, weren't we, Eleanor?
You were going to coronate?
Oh yes, after the wedding, it seems another life ago.
Well, any tips?
Yes, actually, so when you... No, with Eleanor by your side, it shall be perfectly traditional and safe. Though the people will be expecting...
They shan't be be disappointed.
No, just bored.
Bored?
Oh no, I'm only teasing mostly. You know Eleanor, how she loves the status quo and all that think of England stuff.
You think of England and somebody else?
She's just a right old English rose. With her around, you'd still think we were in the 14th century.
Well, actually, you know what? I was just telling her about that. I think we should really, shake up the coronation a bit. It's kind of dusty, don't you think?
What a charming idea!
The Queen has many excellent ideas, to be sure, but she also knows what her country needs from her.
It sounds more like what you would need from her. It's as if we're not talking about a sovereign leader at all.
Thank you so much for coming, Lady Fenella. Your Majesty, we are expected elsewhere.
Of course, I'm sure the Queen has many things to get done. Well, thank you so much for your time, ma'am. We will see you at the coronation. She's even more of a wreck than I thought she was. This is going to be easy.
Good afternoon, Your Majesty. Were you looking for Colonel Ainsley?
No, I just thought I'd pop by and say, hey. Hey.
Is there something that I may get for you?
Oh, no, I was just thinking of a couple things you could get me, actually.
Oh, yes.
If you get me.
I'm sorry, Your Majesty.
I'm trying to flirt with you.
Oh. Oh. It's very kind of you now, yes.
No, please call me Pam.
I don't think that I can.
Oh, it's the easiest thing to do in the world. You just put your lips together and go, look.
I mean, it's against protocol, ma'am.
Even if I say it's okay?
I do apologize.
You know what? This Queen thing is kind of a drag. Eleanor's always mad at me. Digby's trying to teach me British history, but it's almost exclusively reenactments of Bridge on the River Kwai. And I can't even talk to you.
It must feel a bit lonely, doesn't it?
Yes, it's very lonely. That's exactly what it is.
I do wish I could be of better company, ma'am.
Well, wait. You're not allowed to talk to me, right?
Right.
Well, what if we don't talk?
What?
May I suggest once more yes and twice more no? Can't get in trouble 'cause you'll keep your mouth shut, but the conversation still has places to go. Did you grow up in London? In England? The UK? Did you grow up in America? No way! Oh my gosh, you're American? Alright, which side's it on? Is it mom or is it dad? Mom. Did you leave when you were a kid? Did it make you sad? Have you been to the White House? The Grand Canyon? Not yet. Have you been to the Alamo? I may have, but I forget. Now that we've learned how to talk, you might learn last. Do you like me? Twice for no and once for yes.
Oh, no, this seems against the rules, ma'am.
All right, fine, you go.
What?
You go. Ask me anything.
All right. I acquiesce once for yes and twice for no. Though there's so much in the papers, there isn't so much I don't already know. Did you go in for Britain? Oasis? Blur? Did you go in for You're kidding! No! Oh, Oasis are the best that ever were.
We have so much in common, more or less. So do you like me? Twice for no and once for
Oh, no,
yes.
I don't think we should be doing this.
All right, fine. Let's do speed round. Colors. Pink, blue, yellow.
Pink, blue, green.
What's your lucky number? 13.
team. Food.
Curry, pizza, naan.
Peanuts, broccoli, cheese whiz.
How about prawn-flavored quavers?
I don't know what that is.
Oh, you love them, Miss Shrimp-flavored crisps.
Flavor crisps, oh my god. Now that we've gotten some us time, there's just one thing to address. Do you like me? Do you like me? Do you like me? Twice for no and once more yes.
Your Majesty! Major Turbin.
I must get these to the PM.
Major Digby has been looking for you. You have to practice for the coronation.
Yep, just been here.
I'll be attending. Sorry.
Oh, I like him so much.
Let me put this in a way you will understand.
6 emphatic yeses!
You may not pursue Major Turbin.
But he's totally into me.
Ma'am, it may seem like harmless flirting to you, but to the press, it is a monarch relentlessly sexually harassing her employee.
Okay, that's fair.
Yes, you have to be more careful. Now there is the subject of your regnal name.
Your coronation is tomorrow, ma'am.
You have to choose.
If I go with Gertrude, will you be happy?
Enthusiastically, ma'am.
And then we can let it go.
Yes,
All right, Gertrude 2, Electric Boogaloo it is.
a splendid choice, ma'am.
Now, you have the dress fitting in 20 minutes, ma'am.
All right, now I do have to warn you. Been eating nothing but Nando's creamy mash, and I am bloated.
Bond Street will be up to the challenge, ma'am.
Did you see I'm trending on Twitter?
Yes, ma'am.
Hashtag stupid queen.
Maybe it's slang for something, like when Michael Jackson is bad, he's cool.
I don't think that's it.
Is she ready, Digby?
We practiced 1,000 times, she couldn't be more ready.
All she really has to do is walk.
Yes, with a 30-pound relic on her head.
To her credit, she only dropped it once in rehearsals.
We never should have rushed this. We should have waited.
She'll pull it together, she always seems to.
Yes, it's like Churchill says, be an optimist. There's no use in being anything else.
Does
Yes.
he?
He did.
I could read that one myself.
Your Majesty.
What do you think?
You look like a queen.
Yes, very regal.
Oh, and look, the shamrock, thistle, and rose emblem.
And it's got pockets. So what do you think? Pretty?
Don't like that at all, but no time to address it. You're about to go out.
All right, where are you guys gonna be?
We'll be just up there.
Better behave myself, right?
As you say,
Don't worry,
ma'am.
I've got this.
Best of luck to you.
All right, you got this.
Your Majesty. I just wanted to come and wish you luck personally. I hope Colonel Ainsley was not too harsh with you. This is your day.
She's fine.
I know all too well what it's like to be under her thumb, as it were.
What do you mean?
Well, I don't know if it's for me to say, but when I was engaged to the king, she did everything she could to convince him not to marry me. She was determined to hold her power over him.
That doesn't sound like her.
Maybe you're right. Maybe I'm misremembering. But tell me, does she keep you from the press? Tell you what to wear, how to act, what to say?
Well, yeah, she's just helping me wear my crown.
Helping you wear your crown or wanting to wear the crown for herself. You know, there was a nasty rumor floating around that before I came into the picture, Eleanor badgered the king into making her his heir. Of course, I never believed it, but it wouldn't surprise me if it were true, don't you think?
That's my cue.
Oh yes, of course, don't think of anything I said. This is your day!
All right, here we go.
Do you know what they used to do before the coronation in medieval times?
Oh my god, how long have we been here?
They used to crown the royal jester the king of fools, and lately it looks like that has come back into fashion.
God save Queen Gertrude! God save Queen Gertrude!
Eleanor, 10,000 steps! present Queen Gertrude, your undoubted queen, wherefore all who come to do your homage and service, are you willing to do the same? Madam, is your majesty willing to take the oath?
I am willing.
Will you solemnly promise and swear to govern the peoples of the United Kingdom, Great Britain, Northern Ireland, Canada, Australia, New Zealand, the members of the Commonwealth, and all other territories according to their laws and customs?
I solemnly promise so to do.
Receive this kingly sword. With this sword, do justice to stop the growth of iniquity. Receive the bracelet of serenity and wisdom, the symbol of that bond which unites you with your people. Receive this imperial robe, and may you be clothed with the robe of righteousness and the garments of salvation.
Please stop. Ow.
Receive this orb set under the cross that reminds us the whole world is subject to the power and empire of God. Receive the ring of kingly dignity as you are consecrated on this day to be our head and legs. Receive this scepter, the ensign of kingly power and justice.
Kind of receptacles here.
Receive the rod of equity and
Thank
mercy.
you. Oh God.
Oh God, the crown of the faithful, bless thee, beseech thee, this crown, and so sanctify thy servant Gertrude, upon whose head dost thou place it this day as a sign of royal majesty, and may she be filled by thine abundant grace and by princely virtues. Amen.
I haven't been on the phone for hours and hours trying to find someone to suitably repair a 12th century Globus Cruciture.
What's that?
The big gold bowl.
Well, how much is that going to set us back?
I will let you know when such a number has been invented.
Well, I'm going to make it up to you. I've been working on my Christmas speech.
It's April.
Yeah, I know, but I was watching some YouTube videos of King Rupert on the TV.
Ma'am was studying.
As I was saying, I was watching some King Rupert videos and I got kind of freaked out.
What freaked you out?
All the words and things.
Words and themes.
Yeah, like he had a lot of good ones and they always be real grammarly.
The king was surely known for being real grammarly.
Will you help me?
Let's hear it.
Okay, alright. This first one, ready?
It's good.
Webster's Dictionary defines Christmas as an annual Christian festival.
Let's stop there. That's awfully clinical, don't you think?
Are you telling me to be more emotional?
It shall be the only time.
All right, I get another one.
This year has been one of tribulation for our people. It is what the Romans might call a horrible anus.
I knew it, it's terrible. I'm never gonna get this right.
Ma'am, don't despair. You have months and months to refine it. I'm sure you'll think of something.
You know, but I'm actually really trying. You know, I want to do one thing really well. I want people to remember me as a good queen.
Your Majesty, whatever your flaws, and there are many, very, very many.
It's a very bad pep talk, Eleanor.
You give it your best every day. In strength of spirit alone, you are a good queen.
I just wish I got it better.
Ma'am, you see the symbol on your coronation gown, the shamrock, the thistle, and the rose? Have you ever heard that song? As I walked along the fields of my childhood home, where the king cup and poppy grow.
I mostly listen to Top 40.
What I mean to say, ma'am, is you must think of what your people need to hear. Encourage them. Put their fears to rest. Tell them we've been through a tremendous amount of trials this year as a nation and as a people, but we've always faced uncertainty and turmoil by becoming stronger in its presence.
Wow, that's good.
Many thanks, ma'am.
Maybe you should be doing this.
I'm flattered.
I mean, you don't wish you were queen or anything.
Why would you ask me that?
Someone said at coronation that, you know what, don't worry about it. Big day tomorrow, better get to bed.
Your first state dinner, are you ready?
No.
You always know how to ease my soul, ma'am.
Oh, have you seen Rachel anywhere?
Alas, the royal ferret has not graced me with her presence, no.
I haven't seen her in a bit. It's weird.
I shall alert you any scampering I come across.
Thanks, Eleanor, your pal.
Get a good rest, ma'am.
Oh, Rachel. Oh, excuse me, help you here.
Did you give it to Josie yet?
I gave it to her, ma'am.
And did she read it?
I gave it to her, ma'am.
Digby, I told you she had to read it.
I'm only teasing you, ma'am. I gave it to her. She read it and she's been working on it all day.
And did she read the part about Bangladesh being a dry country?
Yes, I think you'll be surprised at how prepared Her Majesty is for this evening.
Her Royal Highness Queen Gertrude II!
I'll be here for the rest of my life.
Hey, you! Oh, please allow me to say how honored I was to be seated next to you during dinner.
I guess it's usually supposed to be the Prime Minister, but he's very mad at me right now.
Oh, he is simply intimidated by your presence, I'm sure.
Oh no, I hit him in the face with a hair tie earlier.
Ah, hence the eye patch.
Yeah, right in the retina.
A weak PM in many ways, then.
Hey, Jimmy, the patch looks great! Yeah, he's mad.
You know, some people just don't know how to have a good time. I was telling Ollie earlier, it's so nice having an American around, someone who truly understands how to, what do you say over there? Let loose.
I think my letting loose days are over. You should have seen the packet I had to read before this. Eleanor withheld my jelly babies.
Eleanor, you and I know how she can be.
Yes, you do.
She probably locked them all up in that bloody safe of hers.
What?
You know, the one hidden in her desk. Rupert used to say that's where she kept all the skeletons.
Huh.
Did you enjoy the turbot during dinner?
What?
The fish man.
Oh, yeah.
It would have paired nicely with a crisp white wine, don't you think?
I don't know the difference, to tell the truth. More of a cocktail girl myself.
Cocktails, lovely. Oh, the king, Lord rest his soul, loved a good gin and Duvernay a few times a day.
I know, I don't know how. Half one knocked me on my ass. Sorry. Arse.
Sometimes for these types of gatherings, you'd have themed cocktails from all over the world, and they were always such a success.
I used to do that back home. Yeah, fastest cocktail shaker in the West, not to brag.
You know, an amazing idea just occurred to me. It's custom to give the visiting dignitaries a gift.
Yeah, Eleanor got them some cheese.
That's all well and good, but it's not very personal, and that's what you are, right? You are the queen with a personality. So, what a better gift than to use your own talents to create their own national cocktail?
What, do you think so?
I do think so, ma'am, I do. Don't you think so, Abby?
She was standing under a Burns night in Clapham and shunted iron through a bagpipe. Yeah, it's a great idea, whatever.
Bart! Could you grab me a cocktail shaker, some gin?
What is she doing?
I'm not sure, ma'am.
Maybe she's ordering more lobster mooks.
Her Majesty does so enjoy her crustaceans.
Ladies and gentlemen, thank you so much for joining me tonight on my very first state dinner, honoring President Pooja Sayed and her husband Anik of Bangladesh. May this be the best collaboration between our two countries since George Harrison did that album. And now I would like to present Pooja with a gift. Back home, I was known for creating signature cocktails for my friends' weddings and funerals and brisses. And I would like to give Pooja something I like to call the Bangladeshi banger.
This is not happening.
It is, ma'am, it is.
For England, ice cold gin. For Bangladesh, staples lychee and jackfruit, shaken not stirred, James Bond, also England. There we go. Now take that on down to the president, please. And now, President Sayed, a toast to Bangladesh and to you. Cheers. Why isn't she drinking? Does she understand what I'm saying?
Oh, I'm sure the translator told her everything.
Come on, Pooja! It's bad luck not to toast! Drink! 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 There you go! Cheers!
Marvelous! Marvelous!
didn't know. They don't drink in Bangladesh.
It was all in the dossier you were supposed to read. I knew I shouldn't have left it to you. I should have spelled it all out phonetically in crayon. Or perhaps used pictures.
You know what? I think you wanted this to happen.
Don't be ridiculous.
You know I have a hard time with the weird Britishy things.
It's right here on page 2.
Where?
Here. Dry country.
I thought that meant it's really hot there.
You're a bloody barmaid. How do you not know what dry country
That's not how
means?
you talk to a queen, Eleanor.
I'll change my tone when I feel like I'm speaking to one.
You know what? I think you can't stand that I'm the heir to the House of Edevane. Me, not you.
What are you talking
Yeah,
about?
Fennell told me all about your weird little desk safe, Eleanor. What you keeping in there?
That is none of your business. That is none of your
Maybe,
concern.
something you got the king to sign? Something making you his heir?
What are you talking
Ella
about?
told me everything.
Lady Fenella doesn't know what she's talking about.
Well, she's certainly telling me a whole lot than what you're willing to tell me.
I can't work under these conditions.
Then don't!
Ma'am?
You heard me? You're fired.
Your Majesty.
Now get out of here before I get someone to come in and help you out.
Lady Fenella.
Fine.
Your Majesty, oh, what a sensational evening. People will be talking about it for years to come. Absolutely breathtaking.
Fennella, you were right. Eleanor is just using me to get to what she wanted.
Oh, I know it's difficult, but I'm so glad you've seen the light.
Thanks for looking out for me.
And with her gone, just think of the endless possibilities, or you can make some real changes.
That's all I've wanted to do this whole time.
Eleanor was not allowing you to realize your true potential. She was not encouraging you to follow your frail whim.
No,
She has stifled the frail whim.
She stifled my royal whim. My royal whims are stifled.
The people need to be guided. They need to hear from you, ma'am.
What kind of person doesn't talk to her people? What kind of queen does that make me?
An awfully poor one, ma'am. So whatever you always wanted to do.
Well, there's that Gibraltar referendum. I think if they want to be their own country, they should be.
Then tell the
I'm not
world.
supposed to get political.
You're the queen. You can do whatever you wish.
You're right. Hanging back and laying low isn't how I roll. I'm not their Queen Gertrude too. I am what I am, and that's Pam, Queen Pam. Who's gonna put Britain back on the map? Queen Pam. Who's gonna end all that nuclear war crap? Queen Pam. I'll stay hip with a stiff upper lip and a little dash of sand. And the world will say, God save Queen Pam. Give me life, that ain't okay. Who's gonna make people drive on the right? Queen Pam. Who's got the final say on Marmite? Queen Pam. I'll break free so I can be me, like George Michael did with Wham. And the world will say, God save Queen Pam. And if you don't like the way I think, it doesn't matter. And if you don't like the beer I drink, it doesn't matter. 'Cause I'm the queen, you don't get a say. I was born this way. Who's got two thumbs and bitchin' ideas? Queen Pam. Who's gonna rejoin all the Koreas? Queen Pam. And you can't try your best to deny that you still have to call me Pam. And the world will say, God save Queen Pam. And if you think I'm less than superb, it doesn't matter. And if you don't like how I say herb, it doesn't matter. 'Cause I'm the queen, come join my squad. I'm ordained by God. God save our gracious king. Long live our noble king. God save the
And gentlemen now abed will count themselves jerks, forever doubting that I totally rule.
'Cause I'm
Royal Highness, defender of the the state of Great Britain and Ireland and all the other realms, and defender of the dolphins and the swan. Yes, I am. And the world will say, God save Queen Pam. God save Queen Pam. God save Queen Pam. God save
Steady on, your majesty. What will you do first?
Let's go to Parliament. It's Independence Day. Ladies and gentlemen, for too long I have stayed silent while my country makes one of the most difficult decisions of its time. Back home in America, we value independence above all else. And it's because of that and the love of this country and its people that I now say, I support the independence of Gibraltar! No, guys, I know what I'm doing. This will work out the best for everyone. Hey, I'm the queen. I know what I'm doing. I'm the queen. Fenella, tell them.
You're right, ma'am. You are the queen. You should know better.
You snitch! No, no, guys, I'm the queen! I'm the queen! I'm the queen! Hello, you delicate tips like Captain Stock speaking. Wow, really? Do you have a reliable source I can confirm? No, we don't need one. I was just curious.
Do you know we're supposed to get those upskirt shots of Helen Mirren? I have some of them here, but I'm not getting them good.
Hello, you just delicate tips, not mine. Oh, that's terrible. Is she still breathing? Call me back when you've lost the pulse.
I need a word to describe the Queen, but I've run out of words for fat.
Pudgy?
It was there last week.
Beefy.
Ah, thanks.
I put a source in the palace willing to make a statement that Queen Pam has been sexually harassing her assistant, private secretary.
I've got you beat. Someone emailed me a copy of Eleanor Ainsley's resignation letter, and it is salty AF.
4 weeks ago called and they want their story back.
Shut up, you're just jealous.
Hardly. I've got photographic proof that QP hasn't been out of her bathrobe in weeks.
Yawn, unless it's made of human hair, I'm not picky.
Like your piece about the Queen's Rig equerry were any interesting.
His lunch in the treasure wardrobes every day. He's a nutter.
Hey, there's plenty to go around. The boxes are beside themselves, the papers flying off the shelves. In a way we haven't seen in ages. The numbers have been smashing. The server's close to crashing. 'Cause they all keep refreshing all the pages. Everybody wants that hot sauce.
We finally started to win it, as the Queen keeps stepping in it. People can't get enough of a crazy rebel. It might be a brag, but it's a great time to work for a rag. And every day is a brand new army shambles. 'Cause everybody wants looking to free. And that's everybody wants, everybody wants, everybody wants that podcast. Everybody wants, everybody wants, everybody wants that podcast. Everybody, 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 everybody wants that podcast. Everybody, 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 everybody wants that podcast. Everybody wants that podcast. Everybody wants that podcast. Hot.
Yes, I know I too had higher hopes for the Queen. It's tragic. Yes, I did hear the Prime Minister was looking into other lines. The Dieul's. Me as Queen. Goodness, the thought had never even occurred to me. Yes, of course I would consider it if that's what the people want. Thank you so very much for reaching out to you. Do you know how I enjoy our chats? Did you hear that, Bonnie? That was the Daily Frizz. They're doing a piece on me. They think I have a real shot at the monarchy.
You missed!
My dear boy, a few weeks ago I might have hit you about the head and hopes that there were some brain cells lining the inside of your skull and I might have been able to shake free. But today I am happy for just one more day before I take my rightful place in the palace.
You're moving in with Queen Pam?
Queen Pam won't be queen anymore.
Is she sick?
Do you remember our talk about the abdication referendum and how it was going to be debated this week for a vote?
Like on X Factor!
Yes, just like on X Factor. And all of my friends will vote for me to start a new line.
Queen Pam doesn't seem so bad though. She lent me her Entourage DVDs.
Augie, this is happening. Queen Pam has dug her own grave. She's built her own coffin, laid down in it, and hammered in nearly every single nail herself. By the way, how are you coming along with that final nail?
Well, Tristan knows everyone, so we're bound to find someone who knew her before she was queen. He makes it his business to meet people, and then everyone within 6 degrees of them.
That means he knows everybody in the world.
Well, everyone worth knowing.
All right, just handle it.
You can count on me and Tristan, mummy.
It's not her fault she fell into this road. No, but she can't quite get the hint that now it's time to go. It's time this queen of fools is finally placed upon the shelf. If she won't know her, please I'll put her there
She does know that she has to be here, right?
I reminded her when I moved her from her sleeping place in the bathtub this morning, yes.
Of course. Out drinking with the beefeaters again.
Indeed, that Moira Cameron is a bad influence.
I'm worried, Digby. I've never seen her like this before.
A new private secretary will do the trick, you'll see. She just needs a little direction, that's all. She'll be right as rain in no time.
All right.
Majesty.
Yes.
Oh, you're looking lovely this morning. And you're looking quite comfortable. Surely your Majesty would be more comfortable in the chair.
I would be more comfortable dead.
Ma'am, you'll feel better once we hire some new staff.
Counterpoint. No.
You must rally for your people,
Yes.
ma'am.
They're not my people. They hate me. The internet said I'm stupid and the newspaper called me fat.
Oh, ma'am, if you just do this one thing for us, we can take you to Nando's.
Ah, yes.
Yes,
Can I get a whole chicken?
whatever you'd like.
Mango wine?
Of course,
Creamy mash?
as much as you can eat.
And you'll come?
Yes, I'll come.
Like a date?
Like a date, adjacent.
Okay.
Good. Now, are we ready? There are candidates waiting outside. Good. Oh, can we commence?
Whoa.
Oh my gosh, it's locked.
Man, is that wise?
Okay, go.
Colonel Quinlan Davis, ma'am.
Your Majesty!
The Colonel was most recently the press secretary for the late King.
It is an honor to be summoned, ma'am.
Do you have any questions for the Colonel, ma'am?
So press, that's like newspapers and stuff, right?
I have worked with the papers, yeah.
Newspaper call me fat! What you gonna do about that?
I could certainly advise your Majesty how she might respond to such...
Well, this is like a Tower of London type offense, would you say?
The reporters certainly can be a bit...
Bastards.
And the tabloids themselves...
Bastardy.
As you say, ma'am.
What was that?
Oh dear.
I said as you say, ma'am.
That's what she used to say!
Don't call us, we'll call you.
I don't want anyone who says that.
It's a pretty common saying.
Well, I want it struck.
From what?
English.
English.
I don't want anyone who talks like Eleanor.
All right, are we ready for the next candidate?
Fine.
Ma'am? The Right Honourable Lady Imogen de Wimpole.
Your Majesty.
So what are you?
If it pleases your Majesty, I was most recently employed as the private secretary to the Ministry of Defence.
Oh, perfect.
So you're bossy.
Oh, no, you are the boss, as they say, and I will do your bidding without question.
Not even just a little bit?
No, I'm sorry, I don't understand.
Maybe you could just try yelling at me a little? Just tell me how much I've let down the country. And how could you would be great. Just tell me how disappointed you are in me.
We'll be in touch. Well, ma'am, that was
Weird.
I want
Very
someone
weird.
more like Eleanor.
I'm afraid I don't understand where you're coming from, ma'am.
Would you like me to call Eleanor now?
No! She's stupid. Everyone's stupid. I can do my own private secretary. How hard could it be? I've done Mavis Beacon. And anyway, I'm going to be going out soon. Do you know what the Daily Fist said about me?
No.
And Queen Sham!
Oh, well.
Beefy Queen Sham!
Please.
Major, may I?
Of course. I'm due at 10 Downing anyways. Take care of her, please.
Ma'am, it occurs to me that perhaps you're not feeling your usual cheery self.
How do you stay so cheery, Doobie?
Oh, you mistake me, ma'am. I die a little each day. I fail at filling Colonel Ainsley's shoes, but as Churchill says, success is going from failure to failure with the same amount of enthusiasm.
I'm gonna have to get a carton of Red Bull to get that kind of enthusiasm.
Nonsense, ma'am. You just haven't gotten used to being English yet. Well, your chin hasn't found its way up. You haven't learned to make a good fist. Now, let me tell you the secret to our empire. When things look down, do you know what we do?
What?
Keep calm and carry on. Well, it's more than just a poster on a wall. Keep calm and carry on. Not a t-shirt you bought at an airport stall. It's what we British did while Germans beat us black and blue. And if we could do it then, you can do it too. Keep calm and carry on. Guys, sit back, relax, put on the kettle. Keep calm and carry on. When fathers come, go north and grasp the nettle. It's what we all would say when Hitler wanted us to cow. And if we could do it then, you can do it now.
Doobie, I know what you're trying to say, but it's a very different situation from
Fight on the beaches, fight on the fields, as far as trouble reaches, a stiff upper lip will be your shield. Come and carry on. Why, it's not the time to shrink or dilly-dally. Keep calm and carry on. Put on your bravest face, ma'am, and lead the rally. It's how we thrash the Huns and send them back to hell. But if we can do it then, you'll do just as well.
Did you fall asleep watching Dunkirk again?
The Dam Busters, ma'am. Now keep calm and carry on. Oh, when you're looking bad and feeling knackered,
and follow every word upon the placard. We thumped those nasty crowds and we told them where to go, and if we could do it then, you can make it so.
What are you talking about?
Nazis, man!
Lady Fenella.
Didn't I say that?
No.
Look, the point is, you're at your best when you're not being rash. So if you can keep calm and keep at it, why, we'll figure this out. Come on! Ride on the ocean, ride on the plains, whatever the commotion, take a breath and use your brain. Keep calm and carry on. Take it from the greatest generation. Keep calm, carry on. And you'll be ready for escalation. It's what we British did since the Empire was new. Saw us through our wars when success was out of view. And that's how so many, oh so much, to so few. And if we can do it then,
Lady Fenella.
right before she invades Poland!
This is going to be a talk later.
Oh, thank you so much, Sir James. It's so lovely to know that we have someone like you putting England first. Stupid git.
I thought you were happy.
I am happy. That doesn't make him any less stupid. It serves our purposes, though. He seems very keen on meeting your new friend.
Tristan? I don't know why. Tristan didn't vote for him. He wrote in John Lewis because he thought he'd get a free pair of chinos.
No, the gentleman you found on the internet.
Oh, right.
What's his name?
Something O'Leary?
Yes, and when the people find out about him, there's no way they'll let the Queen.
Let me what? Smack a bee?
Your Majesty, you've changed your robes, I see. They suit you much better.
This from a lady who dresses like a real Housewives of Sloane Square reject.
And I thought we were friends.
You're really a piece of work, aren't you, Fenella? What have you been telling Jimmy?
The Prime Minister and I were just having an afternoon chat. We were both very concerned with the direction this country is taking.
How awfully patriotic of you.
You're lucky your boyfriend showed up when he did. Otherwise, I would have brought up your colourful past.
What are you talking about?
All in good time. Come along, Augustus. We have things to attend to.
Sorry about that. She's so grumpy lately.
Hey,
Your Highness, how did you get here?
I walked.
Through the park by yourself?
Yeah, some lady gave me a $5. Look, it's me money.
Now, you know you're not supposed to be out here alone.
I know, I wanted to apologize and I didn't want to wait till you got back.
It's very kind of you, ma'am.
It's not about kind. It's
It's what?
I've never been good with words. I always drop the ball. I mean, why bother with words when Rihanna said it all? And just 'cause I'm the queen doesn't make me some smart guy. So I'm anxious about all this word stuff. But for you, I'll try. You're super cool. You're really great. Like a Shake Shack meal without even having to wait. Like returning year-old boots to LLB. And the best part is that I know you know just what I mean. You're like the stars that come after a cough. Like letting glue dry on your hands and then peeling it off. so much the Queen. And I know you know that. I know you know that. I know you know that. You know that I know you know just what I
Your Majesty, we were expecting Major Digby. Does the PM know you're coming? Oh, no, just thought I'd pop by. Oh, must you do that in person?
I'll make sure that I get a coffee.
Thank you, Major Toby.
Yes.
I'm just gonna go in and surprise him. He loves it when I do that. Hey, Jimmy, surprise! Oh, no, watch out! I will tell someone to call an ambulance on my way out. I am so sorry.
Oh, really? Oh,
Lady Fenella, as someone who was nearly queen herself, what do you think is the best thing the queen could do at this point?
I'm afraid not much can be done. She has broken the covenant between monarchy and people, which is a sacred trust, not to mention the PM's latest injury.
Though it was confirmed that the PM did fall out the window and was not pushed.
Right, and would he have fallen had he not been startled by the Queen? You see, there is no way back. We must call for her abdication.
But there are no more heirs. Are you suggesting the UK forms a republic?
Good God, no! There must be a worthy monarch out there somewhere. Perhaps someone with an intimate knowledge of the courts. Perhaps someone who a former monarch once loved dearly.
Some have suggested that monarch be you.
I have heard some say that I might be right for the role, but it's far too early to start thinking about that. Unless, of course, the people call for it.
That's enough of that.
I'm sorry you had to see that, ma'am.
Gosh, her stupid face is everywhere.
don't worry too much, man. Scandals, they come and go with royalty. But they'll find someone new to whinge about soon enough.
Do they ever call for abdication referendums?
Well, no.
Yeah, see? We have to figure this out. I'm sure Eleanor had some dirt on Fenella somewhere. We just have to keep looking for it.
Feels wrong to be looking through Colonel Ainsley's things.
Yes.
No, we're just lucky she was such a pack rat. This place is disgusting. Have you found that key yet?
No, I'm afraid none of the ones in the desk seem to fit the safe. I'm sorry.
Keep looking. It has to be here somewhere.
Really did keep everything, didn't she?
Oh, yes. Colonel Ainsley always thought no detail was too small. I always thought she might write the king's biography one day. After all, he did confide in her more than anyone.
That pissed Fenella right off.
Oh, it did. Even when the king was engaged to be married, he would always say to Anna, "No matter what happens, I'll always have you."
Guess that kind of relationship only happens if you're a king.
Now, don't say that. Eleanor, she thought the world of you.
Only because it's treason not to. Oh, this is that song she was telling me about the shamrocks and stuff.
Ah, classic.
How's it go?
Oh, I couldn't possibly bore you with that, ma'am. Well, all right. As I walked among the fields of my childhood home, where the thrift and the king cup grow, I saw at the end of a well-worn path through a shamrock and a thistle and a rose.
Now I knew that I had found someone's work and life, for the three rarely grow this way alone. Someone poured all their effort in time and love in the place where this trinity had grown, where they watered with tears and with sweat and blood, as the sun near never goes. So against, with the blessing of the gods, rose a shamrock and a thistle and a rose.
So I knelt beside the path and I thought a while of the faith this struggle shows. Could I give my life for the care and keep of a shamrock and a thistle and a rose?
Could I give my back to shield them from harm, with the way the harsh wind blows?
Could I stand
Alone, forsake all that I had done, for a whistle and a...
Stop!
There are 34 more verses.
I don't even recognize myself.
What?
You know, back home in Jersey, I knew that I was kind of a mess. You know, lousy job, lousy apartment, no family, no friends, but I wasn't a jerk. I was a kind person, I was a good person, people liked me. And I've just become a real jerk, haven't I?
No, ma'am.
This whole time, all I can think about is how much this sucks for me, how hard this is for me. And there are all these other people. This wasn't their decision either. You didn't decide it. Eleanor didn't decide it. All these people were counting on me, and I've just been a jerk.
No, you're not.
Ma'am, look at this.
Now, Digby.
I think I found Miss Rachel.
Really?
Yes.
Oh, she's built her own little Farraham palace down there.
Now, some of these appear to be pages from the king's diary.
Oh man, Eleanor's gonna be mad at you, Rachel.
Well, is there anything else down there?
Let me see. Oh, Rachel burrowed into the locked compartment.
Yes, ferret magic!
But it feels empty.
Ah.
Wait, some things fell behind the shelf.
Well, anything good?
See? All right. Well, we have a signet ring. Some sealed envelopes, and this appears to be some kind of decree
What?
signed by the king.
Like what Fenella said?
I'm not sure.
Oh, wow.
I, King Rupert II, do hereby declare that upon my death, Get the car!
What now?
Get the car! Get the car! The car went that way!
I'm sorry. Where should I tell the driver we're going?
Take me to Eleanor! Alright, this is happening.
I wasn't expecting you.
You haven't been answering any of my emails or my texts or my Snapchats. Did you know it is treason to ghost the queen?
I'm sorry, ma'am. I didn't know I could possibly be of any help.
Oh, I'm about to help you out, lady. If I ask you something, you gotta tell me the answer, right?
Yes.
Honestly?
Yes.
Or I could have you put in the tower and you'll be stretched on the rack by tourists for the rest of time.
How can I help you, ma'am?
What's this?
Where did you find that?
Rachel found it. Well, Digby found it, but it was mostly Rachel and her fair magic.
Never my intention for you to see that.
I, King Rupert II, do hereby declare upon my death, Eleanor Ainsley, my daughter out of wedlock, to be next in line. How long have you known about this?
Which part?
Start from the beginning. Story time.
When I first became a colonel years ago, I was asked at the palace to interview for the position of the king's private secretary. I didn't know it at the time, but he sought me out specifically.
Because he knew you were his daughter.
Yes, ma'am.
So did he tell you then?
He wanted to see what kind of person I was. He didn't want to risk giving the crown to someone who wasn't worthy. It was years before he told me.
But you've known this whole time.
Yes, ma'am.
So what's with the big secret? Why are you the queen right now?
While the king was still living, he thought making it public would create a scandal. It could have quietly been dealt with after his death.
Then why wasn't it?
I panicked, ma'am. I thought I could do it right up until the day, but when the time came, I couldn't take on the responsibility.
So you passed the buck to the next in line.
Not quite the next in line?
Third.
No.
Fourth. Eleanor. Fifth. Eleanor. Sixth. Eleanor, am I an heir at all?
No, ma'am.
What? But the blood, the DNA!
I switched the sample with my own.
How?
On the plane, after you gave your blood to Dr. D, I asked him to take mine because I was worried about anemia, and I switched them then.
Oh my god, you're a lunatic. Why would you do this? Why me?
Your grandmother did have a relationship with the king, and he did write about her in his diaries, but my mother was the only one he seemed to have a child with, so out of the other dalliances, I chose one of the other women at random.
Random?
I know, it sounds hard.
This whole time you've been on my butt about my duty, and I don't even have a duty because I'm just some rando! Why would you do this?
I couldn't be the leader this country needs.
Eleanor, you've led 3 tours of Afghanistan.
I can lead people. I can't lead the people.
Oh, I'm so mad at you right
You
now.
have every right to be angry.
I'm gonna throw up, and I want it to be the most expensive thing in this room.
That rug.
Thank you.
understand. I did what I thought was right.
You gave a country to a bartender from New Jersey!
Don't you see? This is for the best. I found out my destiny and I panicked. I saw a way out and I took it. But you, from the moment you knew you were the queen, you took it on wholeheartedly. You didn't run. You showed courage.
Eleanor, look at me. You know what we have to do.
Your Majesty.
If I'm voted out, Fenella might become queen. Is that really what you want?
I can't.
Think of England. Think of England. Your beloved noble nation and your home. They can't ever doubt you. It won't do without you. Don't leave your people all alone.
Being queen is so much more than anything I could do. I'm not strong enough to lead this country.
Hey, if I could do it, so can you. Eleanor, you've got everything it takes to be queen. King Rupert saw that in you. I see that in you. You've got the heart and the brains and the courage like some weird megazord made up of all the Wizard of Oz characters.
Alas, I will never have your way with words.
This is how we save the day. You know it.
I don't think that...
Only one thing to think of now.
You're right.
Think of England, not just England. Think of Scotland, Northern Ireland. Think of
Wales.
Wales, and then think of Canada, and think of Australia, of the Empire. Happen if she fails. Be a leader to your people.
For the wealthy and the poor of every club.
Though there's still this chick with the abdication shtick. So perhaps, Your Majesty, we should pick
Stronger for you before, but I will be from now on.
Don't worry, Eleanor, you got your whole life to make it up to me. And I'm going to make you, because the rage I feel, it's a lot of rage.
And the others?
Oh, don't you worry, Digby has a whole speech about Winston Churchill and the French Navy, and you will listen to every word.
Yes, ma'am.
Ready?
Does it matter?
You can do it, Colonel.
All right, just let me do the talking. And you know how on the TV it said that the Prime Minister fell out a window and broke his arm?
Yes.
It's a little worse than that.
Oh my god.
Please forgive the Prime Minister, but he cannot rise to greet you.
Oh, that's fine.
Oh, and please forgive me, but he finds your presence very agitating.
Is it better if I stand all the way over here?
He says,
yes. All right, Jimmy, we've been working on this whole abdication thing, and we think you're really going to like what
I
we came up
don't
with.
believe you have an appointment, Your Majesty.
I don't need one vanilla, I'm the queen.
belong.
Please forgive the Prime Minister, but he cannot rise to greet you.
Oh, of course. I wouldn't want to cause you any more pain than what the Queen has already done.
What do you want, Fenella?
Oh, I thought it might be nice for the Prime Minister to meet a friend of yours.
What are you talking about?
Augie.
Oh, geez.
Pammy? Oh my god, I can't believe it's really you!
Hi, Lizard.
I saw you on some money at the airport. Not a great picture, but I'd still hit that.
So you don't deny knowing this man?
Of course not.
Do you deny being once married to him?
I think it's still on my Facebook profile.
It's complicated.
Prime Minister, this is Mr. Lizard O'Leary.
The prerogative?
What?
Everyone calls me the prerogative.
No one calls you that.
How would you know? You haven't been to Sheena's Glow in the Dark Shots night in like a year.
Lizard, the prerogative O'Leary, is the Queen's ex-husband. He has a part-time rent-a-center employee and a part-time karaoke DJ.
And part-time record label co-owner with my mom. So.
He has a stunning list of misdemeanors, including DUI while driving a stolen harvest combiner, an unarmed attempted robbery of a White Castle, and
Hey, that one wasn't me. I was framed.
I haven't even gotten to the worst part. He is Roman Catholic.
I'm sorry, ma'am. Were you really married to this bloke?
You know, sometimes you meet a guy at Renaissance Fair Hospital and he says he's got a winning scratch ticket, so you get married because you got nothing else to do and share his $5 winnings. It's very Jersey.
Perfectly understandable, ma'am.
If our queen was willing to enter into a holy covenant with this man, who else is waiting out there to come back into her life? Could you imagine this man as your king?
Oh, I can only do it Monday through Wednesday because I got a karaoke gig at Wash Away.
Car wash.
Yeah.
This is good and embarrassing enough. We must call an emergency vote for our abdication.
He wants to know what you think about all this, Your Majesty.
You know what, Jimmy? So glad you asked because I actually agree with Vanilla.
What? I should step down.
Oh, excellent. I'm so glad you finally seen some sense. Or you do have the proposal for the dual ascension.
Tristan has it.
Tristan, I told you to put it somewhere special.
Tristan is the most special person in the world, Mummy.
All right, you don't worry about it because we're not done yet.
You're stepping down because you're unsuited for the role and an embarrassment to your country. What more could there be?
Another heir has been found. One with a greater claim.
Who did you find this time? Paris Hilton.
It's Eleanor. What? Eleanor's the next in line and this decree proves it.
Signed by the king.
You really are a stupid cow, aren't you? That was surely signed as a dress. No one will accept a nobody for the queen, no matter how genuine that signature might be.
She's not a nobody. She is his daughter, and this makes her legitimate.
It's impossible. This could have been made by anyone. It could be a souvenir from medieval manor for all we can tell.
Yeah, my mate Tristan makes counterfeit tube passes all the time. Only thing is, you can only ever go to Cockfosters.
We have handwriting experts in the British Museum working on it directly, not to mention a DNA test linking Eleanor to the late king.
It's the most ridiculous thing I've ever heard. Are you hearing this?
He says, yes.
That stupid old fool!
Don't say that about Daddy Rupert!
He was a cross, decrepit dotard. I can't believe he kept this from me.
Believe it, lady. And you know what? All this meddling with the line of ascension, which is totally illegal, right, Jimmy?
He says, yes.
It's all come to nothing.
I'll show you it'll come to nothing. Queen Pam, whose dumb luck has come to an end. Queen Pam, no more vows, no more parades, no more of this monarchy sham. Yes, it's time to say goodbye, Queen Pam.
I heard a commotion.
Yes! Don't worry, Colonel England. I will take these fools out.
It's your head.
Are you okay, Jimmy? He says, he's just whimpering.
Thank you, Your Majesty.
You've done your country proud, man.
I wouldn't say I outdid myself, but I definitely did myself.
Does this mean you're not queen anymore?
Sorry, Lizard.
Does that mean you'll come home with me?
I wouldn't come home with you if you were the last man on earth with an HBO Go password.
Where's that sweet chick I met at the Renaissance Fair Hospital, huh? Who wiped the turkey grease from my face and told me I could drink a beer after I got cut off for trying to set the horses loose?
Another world, man.
Come on, Pam, we had some good times together. Remember that summer we spent catfishing Danny DeVito?
We'll always have that restraining order.
Alright. Before I go, everyone take my mixtape here. One for you. Bye, Pam.
I'm sorry, ma'am. Him. Really, him.
What can I say? I got it tight. Three cheers for Queen Eleanor!
Hooray! Hooray! Hooray!
Yes, the Prime Minister is very happy that you were able to keep the House of Edevane intact, but he wants to know how you found out about all this.
So, James, I don't want to begin my reign dishonestly. The truth is...
You know what, Jimmy? All you gotta know is that this is legit, and if you just kind of let this happen, I will never come near you again. He says he agrees to your terms as long as they start right now. Yes! Your Majesty. Oh, yes, who's up for Nando's?
Excuse me, I believe I am the queen. Let's go to Nando's.
Yes!
What time shall I tell the PM to come to dinner, ma'am?
7, Digby. I want to take a look at the red box for a bit before he arrives.
Yes, excellent.
And have you scheduled the hospital tour?
Yes, for 3 p.m. on Thursday, right after your portrait sitting.
Wonderful.
Now, would you care for an aperitif, ma'am? I believe we have...
Whoa. I do hope you're not cocktail blocking me, Digby.
So sorry, ma'am.
Bartender to the Queen, at your service.
A glass of brandy, please.
Well, I have been working on the Eleanor cocktail, so it's a little less burny.
Brandy.
What's the point of being bartender to the Queen if I never get to 10 bar?
I did offer you a title.
Yeah, Lady Pam. Sounds like a feminine hygiene product.
Hello, Your Majesty.
Hey,
The
handsome.
right office, ma'am.
Thank you, Major Tobin.
Are we still on for tonight?
I got a date and there's nothing Eleanor can do about it.
It's Queen Eleanor Pam.
Hey, I'm on a stamp. I say what I want. Oh, only on Act 2, huh? Kind of lame the day for Box 2.
Well, there are a lot of them.
Kind of falling behind?
There are a lot of them.
Oh,
There are a lot of them.
Interesting, because I seem to remember someone saying, what was it? Reading is the most basic skill.
Shut it.
It really is such an honor to see 2 English monarchs discussing their valiant duty. Rule Britannia! Britannia rules the waves!
You're going to hurt yourself.
Sorry, ma'am. I mean, ma'am. One can not help but get overly patriotic sometimes. Tickety-tonk down with the Nazis and all that.
Weird man, Digby.
Oh, I also forgot to tell you, Sir James is improving. He can communicate using his eyelashes now.
That's great. And how are you?
Busy, exhausted, but happy.
That's great. You're doing swell. Everybody loves you. And considering you gotta follow this, it's not half bad.
And are you liking your new position? Is it everything you hoped?
Are you kidding? Things are better with you at the helm. And now Rachel is a knight of the realm. Now there's no doubt about it. I'm living the dream. All the tabloids want nothing from me. And gin's gross, but I get it for free. No, there's no doubt about it. I'm living the dream. And now we know it's my best friend, best friend, best friend, best friend, best friend, best friend. Say it
I'm
again.
not a schoolgirl, Pam.
Say it.
You're my best friend.
Look, Mommy! Tristan has come to visit!
I should be queen, this just isn't fair.
It's in jail, but I got my gap yet. There's no doubt about it. We're living the dream.
He says we finally have a new Queen's reign. And I don't have to see that Pam woman again. No doubt about it. He's living the dream. Rockers and quavers are my favorite place.
Yeah.